Hello, this is Ellen Kamai, the natural nurse, and I'm so happy to invite you to our presentation called Iron, the Strength Mineral. And we're going to be talking about iron, the mineral. You probably know this rusty color. That's how iron gets. Why? Because it oxidizes. And it does a similar thing in our body. In fact, it's actually linked to oxidative stress. Iron is an element, the symbol is Fe, and it's the most common metallic element in the whole universe. It's very reactive. It forms rust, as we said, which is red, orange, and yellow. And that is seen in soils also. Iron is magic. The magic is the fact that it is actually magnetic, particularly hematite, which is 70% iron, and magnetite, which is 72% iron. And also, iron is necessary for all life. It has a very small percentage in the human body, only 0.006%, and yet life cannot occur without it. Also, it has a lot to do with things that are alchemical and having to do with strength, has to do with the metal of Mars. That's a symbol of iron as well. Strength, obstinacy, fortitude, honor, courage, sharpness of body and mind, tenacity, confidence, and power. For instance, Margaret Thatcher was referred to as the Iron Lady. And we have these iron hands that were made as a symbol of a warrior long ago as well. So, what does iron do? It has several functions. Three of the most important functions are carrying oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body, maintaining a healthy immune system, and aiding in energy production. That's why when people are anemic, they're weak because it has so much to do with iron. And a very important understanding of iron is what is the difference between heme iron and non-heme iron. Very important and a major discussion, particularly with people who are vegetarian and vegan, because there is no heme iron available in any kind of vegetable food. And that's a matter for a debate, but nonetheless, you will learn the difference between the two. Iron is found in many foods. And of course, as always, food is your best source, and herbs are also food. So it's mostly found in animal products, such as eggs and cheese, but also is in small amounts in some vegetables, such as nuts and spinach. They're in there. It's in all these vegetables and fruits. However, that is non-heme iron. So some of the best food sources are beetroot, dark chocolate, blackstrap molasses, and spinach. Those all have iron in them. And when you're going to buy an iron supplement, that's when it becomes really important to understand the different kinds and to carefully read your label, because there is something called ferrous sulfate, and that's in many commercial irons. And it is really not a good form of iron because it causes singlet oxygen production, which is an aggressive free radical. You want to read your labels for supplements and be sure you're getting an amino acid chelate form, such as ferrous gluconate or ferrous fumarate. Sometimes that's referred to as gentle iron. Also, what does that ferrous sulfate do, that bad one? It actually rips off oxygen molecules, increases in oxidation activity, and causes the formation of what's called singlet oxygen, which is a very aggressive free radical. You really don't want to create those in your body. So stay away from that. So some of the nutrients that are needed to produce new red blood cells are iron, along with B12, folic acid, vitamin B6, and vitamin C. All those are important, or you're going to get decreased blood cell production, and blood loss can cause it, and red blood cell destruction. So these are all things, as well as genetics, that are linked to anemia. So of course, we're herbalists and we're very interested in what herbs we can use to get iron. So we're going to talk about a lot of these in our presentation in depth. We're going to talk about nettles, dandelion, burdock, and yellow dock root. There are many others, but these are some of the supreme herbs that give you your iron, like nettles, which modulate excessive NF-kappa B. That means it brings down inflammation. And while you're at it, you can use it to send back an evil curse by sprinkling it around your home or carrying it in an amulet. That's always useful to know. All herbs have magical uses as well as medicinal uses that they're known for throughout history. And then, of course, there's the fantastic, common, but powerful dandelion, tooth of the lion. And that is the Old French dentalion, which literally means lion's tooth. So we'll be talking about all of this and a lot more in our up and coming presentation. And you can join us live, or you can always find it on the archive at Natural Nurse Academy or at Florida School of Holistic Living. Until next time, this is Ellen Kamai, the Natural Nurse. You can always find us at naturalnurse.com, and hoping that you stay healthy.